Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today I have a brand new product from the impeccable Victoria Beckham. Her packaging is, I think we can all agree, just elegant. There's no other way to say it. And this is her matte bronzing brick. I got the shade 01 and this is what it looks like. Looks a little light, doesn't it? There are 5 shades and if you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I have a little bit of a thing going on about marketing. So when you go onto websites and you're looking, let's say on lipsticks, they'll show you an arm swatch, a lip swatch, a bullet, and a swipe. And most of those are computer generated and they just look different. I recently bought this Sicily that looks nothing like what it looks like on the lip swatches. Same issue here. So 5 shades. When I look at just the pictures, I have to say they seem pretty darn close to accurate, but I didn't know that. So I looked at the models, which I always do. The model for number 1 had red hair, and women with red hair tend to be quite fair, but they shot it with editorial lighting, so there was some tungsten going on and some shadows going on, and while that looks beautiful and luxurious, it doesn't help you decide what color is right for you. Shade number 2 was a beautiful woman who looked distinctly Roman. She looked Italian to me, and not Northern Italian. So Italians, as we know, have darker skin tone, and oftentimes they have an olive undertone or a golden undertone. So I thought, well, I don't know what to base it on. Do I base it on the model? I can't base it on the picture of the model because there's so much tungsten light. The light was quite yellow and there were shadows. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th were all black models. A black model who was lighter, but I've seen lighter than her. One that is medium and one that is dark. Of course, there is darker black skin tones than that, but it's a solid, deep black skin tone. But for someone like me, I'm kind of like, I'm not as pale as a redhead, but I'm not anywhere near an Italian woman. So I got 1. And this is what she looks like. I'm going to do some swatches for you, but I don't know how incredibly useful they will be. Boom. And boom. Now on their website, they say to use the lighter shade where the sun naturally hits you. What a concept, and so many people don't do that. I love to do that. So they're like top of the cheekbones, top of the cheeks, forehead, and chin. And then the other shade you contour with. That's what you put under your cheekbone. Brilliant idea. I love that idea. Let's do it. This is a silky blush brush, but I think it will work great for this. I'm not somebody who uses a big brush for bronzer because I think Clownville is just right around the corner when you do that. That's what it looks like. If I still had my Dior Powder No Powder in 2N, I could show you. I absolutely think the Dior is darker than this. But we're going to put it on top of the cheekbones, on top of the cheeks. Put some more on. Over the nose. Center of the forehead. And chin. And the sun's coming out. Yay! Now, does this give me a little something? It does. It gives me a little something. Now I'm going to take the tip and do here. And that's what's so brilliant about this brush. You know, you can be more specific with it. That's a beautiful contour shade for me. Oftentimes contour shades are quite cool and you have to be a little careful with them. I don't mind, but you can't just slap it on your face, I think. You got to be pretty careful about your blend when you're going with a grayer color. And right by the temple. If you have a short forehead, you probably will just want to do your blending in this area as opposed to up here. And if you have a long forehead, then you can help bring it down a little bit by putting it on the top of your hairline. Let's say mine is pretty average, not long, not short. So I'm going to kind of follow this bone right here. Okay, now, I'm still not entirely sure I'm looking all that bronze, and spoiler alert, I already shot this. And I reshot it because the clouds, and I thought, oh yay, sun, I'm coming back. I'm going to just put on some more foundation and do it again, and now they're gone. But you got the main idea of what the color looks like, so we're going to continue. This is what I discovered. I think this is lovely. When I look in the other room, I think it looks quite pretty. It's great. So if you want to do a bronze, but you don't want to do too much, or if you are using a foundation that's full coverage and you're just, there's nothing going on, and you want to put a touch, a hint of color, then that's great. If it's winter time and you don't want to have a big ass bronzer going on, perfect. But if it's summertime and you want to look like you got some sun, you mix these two together. And I found this out quite accidentally. I had already shot, I had already done my, conclusions, and then I thought, hey, what if I do that? I'm going to put it the same place, top of the cheekbones, top of the cheeks, over the nose. I really enjoy this powder itself. It's not baked, thank the Lord. It picks up easily. It's quite soft, and it does feel, it feels pretty luxurious on the face. And now I'm going to go back with the darker shade and do a little bit of this action. I usually don't do this. I find that this works better with people who just have a little bit of junk going on here. If you have a lot of junk, it can be very obvious, but just the teeniest bit. And now I'm just going to do a touch of blush, the Hermes. Now, before I get into the Hermes, I want to mention something. When you open the Hermes, you're hit with the smell. There is a scent to this, but there is no fragrance added, and I love this scent. Feels like aromatherapy kind of oils. And I imagine it's the Moringa oil. So the call-outs they talked about in here, the Moringa oil that is supposed to help with breakouts and fine lines and wrinkles all at the same time, and it's an antioxidant. Cocoa, not coconut, but from the cocoa bean, and that they say same thing, antioxidants. It helps to lock in your skin's moisture. And then they're talking about their complex, the powder complex that diffuses the skin, and I think it does. I think this looks so pretty. So I'm just picking up some of this and putting just the lightest touch of a little bit of blush on. And I love this. I think it's so fresh, so pretty. I love the smell, I love the packaging, I love the feeling of the powder. It's not one of those bakes that I can't mesh with. It picks up, it feels silky smooth, just like they say. There's a lovely little scent to this that you have to, work to find. And it's, I really like this. And there's 3 things you could do. Do this, or do them both together. So you can use this year round. And I'm surprised to say, shade 1, I think is actually working for me. I consider myself light medium. Down below I list a couple of the foundations that work for me. Today I am wearing the Givenchy Prism Libre Skin Caring, whatever it's called. I'll put it down below and the shade number. And that's it. I love this. I'm so pleased. And my friends, that is it. I hope this was helpful. And I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart and get your shots. And then everything will be back to normal when you do. And I'm wishing you good health.